Hi guys, it's been a while but I'm back with a video and today we're making scones. So first off with ingredients, you're going to need some self-raising flour, some soy milk or whatever milky substance you prefer, some butter or margarine. I prefer Nutlex because it's milk free and its consistency is pretty good as well. As far as utensils go, you're going to need a medium to large mixing bowl, a cup-sized cup. These are some old Tupperware ones that I've had for over 20 years, and a third size cup as well. That's important for measuring. Now onto the other things that you'll need. You're going to need a baster. I have a latex one, a butter knife, and I use some latex gloves, a tray, baking paper, and some spray oil. So just go ahead and measure out 3 level size cups of your self-raising flour into your mixing bowl. Next step is to measure out your butter into the third size measuring cup. You want it to be enough in there, not too tightly packed, but you still want your scones to be moist, so don't overdo it. And now that just goes into the bowl with your self-raising flour. Now I'm going to pop my latex gloves on because I have these nails and it's gross getting some ingredients when you're cooking under your nails. What we're going to do now is just use our fingertips and rub that Nutlex into the flour until it resembles breadcrumbs, I guess. And this is what it looks like. Lovely texture, no clumps, and remember, just use your fingertips. Now the next step is really important, and that's we're going to create a small well in the middle of our mixture, and then next we're going to measure out a cup full of soy milk or whichever milky substance you prefer. Now you just want to pour a little bit into your well that you've created, not too much, and using your butter knife, I want you to make these kind of side to side motions when you start to mix your flour and butter with your liquid. And you can see it starts to clump up into a dough. So you just keep adding small portions of your liquid to your dry ingredients, and you kind of will start to feel the dough come together. So now comes the fun part where you get to use your hands. I kind of like to make it a little ball of dough in the bowl before I put it out on the board. And of course you'll need a clean dry board. I meant to mention that earlier. So we just put a little bit of flour over the top so that your dough doesn't stick directly onto the breadboard or your timber board that you're using. Oh, also you need to set your oven to 200 degrees Celsius. You got to preheat that oven. Now once you've got your dough on the board and you've pressed it out a little, have it about this thick. seems to give good sized scones, and I just use a small glass to press out the scones, and then they go onto the tray. But first you need to line your tray with your baking paper. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I just use an average size baking tray, lay the paper on it, and then I take a little bit of the cooking oil, the spray kind, give it a light spray so when you put your scones on there, they won't stick. As you can see, it's not too difficult to press the glass in, and they just fall out. As long as you keep the glass a little bit floured up as well, they won't stick. And then just pop them onto your tray. And just keep going. Remember, when you press your dough, use these parts of your palms. That way it tends to not get so sticky. So just make the rest of your scones and put them on the tray. Now I always do this kind of, I don't know, thing that I always do when I make scones, and I've got that last little bit of dough left, and I kind of shape it with my hands. And my youngest daughter always likes this scone. She sees it as the special crafted scone, so it's just a thing. You might like to do it as well. Now we have them nicely spaced on the tray so that they won't bump into each other or join onto each other when they're cooking in the oven. And now we're just going to use a little bit of the soy milk to top them with so that they brown up nicely, and it kind of stops them from burning or getting too crisp. So just go ahead and give them a little bit of a basting, I guess. Okay, that's all done. Now they need to go into the oven. I like to put my tray about halfway in the oven, just so that the heat and everything gets distributed well around the scone in the oven. So just pop those in. Have a good cook. See you later. And set it to about 20 to 25 minutes for cooking. Oh, that's a little bit too much. Let's adjust that. Now, while those are cooking, we're going to clean up our workspace. Oh, this is always the exciting part. Yum, yum, yum. And you know what? I got the perfect dozen. I better use this tea towel so I don't burn myself. And of course, be careful. Turn off the oven. Oh my gosh, how good do they look? Alrighty then, now they need to come off the tray. I can't find my tongs, so I have to use these Halloween salad servers. But hey, they look fine to me and they're doing the job. Whoops, this one got a little bit stuck. There mustn't have been enough oil. I'll have to be careful. But this is the end result. I'm going to have my scone with butter today. I just love the way the butter melts into the scone after you've taken it out of the oven, because it's freshly cooked and it's warm and it just melts down into the center of the scone, and it's really yummy. And sometimes I like a little bit of jam, strawberry jam or blackberry jam. Jam and cream are the traditional way to have scones. This is the end result. I hope you get baking, guys, and tell me what you think of scones. Thanks for watching. Keep it creepy.